Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn. Welcome to Breaking Dawn, and of course, we are here on the beautiful island of Antigua and Barbuda. We got a few days left, well, a whole week, as a matter of fact. Today is Thursday. It is the 31st of July. Tomorrow will be Emancipation Day across the Caribbean, and of course, we will have a show for you. We are supposed to have an extended show tomorrow morning, so with a lot of guests and a lot of Antigua Carnival to cover, because remember, we're heading into the weekend. That is Antigua Carnival, Antigua and Barbuda Carnival, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, into Carnival, Monday and Tuesday. And then we got two more shows here after the Carnival, which is Wednesday and Thursday morning. So, a lot of ground to cover. All right. We're going to get into the news day in just a little bit. D-Life is supposed to join us at some point in time or the other this Thursday. We have a ton of activities taking place today. We're actually going to, the swimming with the stingrays was postponed to today for 11 a.m. And then I understand there is drink till you're drunk boat ride at 3 p.m. And then after that is the big one on Thursday, which is the government's big fete, which is Melting Pot, where Marshall Montano will be headlining that particular show. Inclusive of all of that that's happening in Antigua, we also have a team in Barbados that have touched ground. They touched down yesterday, and we will be joined by them at the top of the hour, around 7:10 a.m. Obi will join us from Barbados. He'll let us know what's going on the ground there with Barbados Cropover. All right, because Antigua and Barbados happen at the same time. I think Caribana as well. These three events happen, simultaneously. So, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. In this first hour, as usual, we want to give you the opportunity, of course, to call in, interact with us, and we'll find something very interesting to talk about. Have no fear. All right, so we're going to go through some of the headlines in the paper this morning. And as we go through, I had to say, boy, that little gust there, it just blew them away. Trust me. Yeah, boy. That bug's all over this morning, I'm telling you. They're all over. We have no insect repellent this morning. All right? Man, pump that fan, yes? Is the only savior right now is that fan. All right, so I'll tell you what, we got fans everywhere, man. Newsday this morning, very quickly. Autopsy says Kalisa Danclair drowned after DB crash. Hoover doubles vendor charged with wife's murder. Comptroller of Customs loses case as importer appeals hefty tax. Papayo, just now, eh? A local importer who has won a major tax dispute against the Comptroller of Customs and Excise after the Tax Appeal Board ruled that the Customs Authority wrongfully reclassified a shipment of paint ingredients, which led to a hefty tax bill. All right? And apparently the change in classification code resulted in an additional duty and taxes of $57,475.42. Wow. All right. Moving on. We're keeping it moving this morning. Wayne Sturge. Wayne Sturge says, you have this headline, CCC. You're supposed to have that one with the CCC. That was an interesting one. Sturd says CCC workers could be given a stipend. Now, here's the thing, Defense Minister Wayne Sturd said a decision will be made by July 31st, which is today, as to whether the 72 contract workers at the Civilian Conservation Corps, CCC, whose contracts end today, will be retained on the program with a stipend, or they will be let go. Why? Speaking to Newsday via phone on July 30th, Sturd said that the issue was considered and is still being discussed. And he said, quote, by tomorrow you'll know what the final decision is, whether to keep them on a stipend or if it might be cheaper to hire security to secure the assets of the program or use our existing resources to secure the assets. But we can't justify spending that amount of money if there is no cohort to train. There are no students and we are spending $2 million a month. Why do we not have any students at CCC? Reports are that 72 of the 114 CCC employees had been informed their contracts would end on July 31st after having been given a 1-month extension on their contracts. Sturd said the workers would be rehired in January if they were available. All right. Now, what is going to happen between now and January for some of these workers, I do not know, if they decide to let them go. You see, this is the pickle here. Do we continue to give them a stipend while we have no students at CCC? What was CCC shut down or something? Why we have no students at CCC? Chris, you know, when did we reach the point that there were no students at CCC? Anyhow, I don't have time to go into the rest of the article, but I wouldn't want to see people end up, I wouldn't want to see this program just come to nothing. I think it's a good program. I know a lot of people that came out of CCC and are doing very well today, gainfully employed. So let's see what happens there. Angostura rewards over 40 SEA students. Public figure being probed for sex offenses against a minor, a public figure. Well, I read the article, but they don't even give you a little hint, all right? They don't even, no hint as to who this public figure is. Man jailed for 20 years for raping his aunt. Khadija Amin says, all in my ministry will be paid. And then there were these grants that were given out by the Ministry of Culture, the 41 grants director, Magadadia. Culture and Community Development Minister Michelle Benjamin says grants being given to community and cultural groups must be used for the purposes for which they are intended. She made this comment during a grant distribution ceremony for recipients of her ministry's KIA grant and the National Days and Festivals Fund at the Southern Academy for the Performing Arts, San Fernando, on July 30th. And the ceremony saw the distribution of $898,000 in grants to 22 recipients in the ministry's KIA scheme and $2.5 million worth in grants to 19 recipients in the National Days and Festivals Fund initiative. In total, $3.398 million worth in grants were given to 41 recipients. And Benjamin said government is committed to building a system that allows community and cultural groups to have easier and more reliable access to funds. But she reminded recipients that the issuance of these grants comes with responsibilities, especially as they are from the public purse. All right? So use those grants that you have accessed wisely, please. All right? Also, the defense minister says that CPEP and URP changes will save lives. And the top cop is deeply disturbed at a beating and chopping video, which I have not seen. There was a picture here of a man who apparently was beaten and chopped. The commissioner is saying he's deeply troubled, deeply disturbed on seeing a social media video depicting a man being savagely beaten and even chopped on his forehead in Aruca by a group of men who believed him to be up to no good. Huh. He speaks about extrajudicial punishment or public brutality in the article. Huh. I did not see the video, so I really can't say. Anybody here saw that video? With a man being beaten and chopped? I mean, we wouldn't show it this morning. It's too early for that, you know what I mean? And then, too, we haven't had any incidents in Antigua, so I don't want to spoil the mood by showing the nonsense of Trinidad and Tobago. And then you have Trinidad and Tobago was a nation of grass cutters under the PNM. This is, you know, words coming out of the Prime Minister or from the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar says government is opposed to the existing structure of CPEP, URP, and the National Reforestation Program, as she claimed these programs had made Trinidad and Tobago a nation of grass cutters under the then PNM government. Well. From box train government to grass cutting government, oh Lord Father. Remember they used to call the partnership the box train government, right? Now, well, the former administration apparently is the grass cutting government. I tell you, you can't make up these stories, you know. Trinidad and Tobago, that's why we say it's not a real place. You understand what I'm saying? Fantasy Island at its best. So I tell you what, those are some of the headlines in the paper. When we come back from the break, we will get into a little headline there where the unions, tutor in particular, jump out themselves based on the Prime Minister making a comment as it relates to this 10% wage increase. And then I saw one of the people who commented on it. They said that we have to be realistic here, that the government never promised any 10%. That was a promise of the PSA. Right? But we're going to get to that. Before we do so, I want to remind you about the Keolic range of products. These products are backed by science, over 900 scientific research and clinical trials, and they're all made with the aged garlic extract. So, you can pick up any one of the products in the Keolic range, including the Keolic Cleanse and Digestion, the Keolic Blood Pressure Health, the Keolic Cholesterol Health, the Keolic Total Heart Health, and the Keolic Circulation Health. And you can also pick up the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keodophilus Probiotics. Whichever one suits you for whichever problem that you have. You gotta go pick up all. Okay? Nice. And you can pick up any one of these products at a pharmacy or health store across the country. And for more information, you can WhatsApp 728-0338. That is the number that you will get them on. So make sure and check them out today. And that is Keolic. Somebody is telling me here concerning CCC. Nobody has been in the program since January. What's that? Would you chop in? How he just get everything so? I don't review that because we had to see if it's too brutal. It's too early in the morning. All right? But thank you to New Boy back in studio. Amen. You're on the ball. All right? So apparently nobody has been in the CCC program since January. I do not know why. We used to have CCC students coming through Synergy TV. Matter of fact, we used to hire from CCC in the past, right? I think so. Where this boy came from, we had a few CCC people pass through Synergy TV. Yeah. Who were doing editing and all, you know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on with CCC, but hopefully they could revamp the program. Also, outside of Keolic, Flow. Yeah, man. So, we want you to get non-stop protection with Armor Security with 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response. You and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Armor Security, powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro Security. Protection that moves to your beat. Visit discoverflow.co for details. Nice, man. All right? So that is Flow. And we also want to remind you before we go to the break about Steel Force Caribbean Limited. Yeah, I'm Steel Force now. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, of course, your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication. And they deal in engineering and architectural design, also structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set at API standards. Now, they offer a wide range of services, whether it's residential or commercial or industrial, and clients are welcome not only in Trinidad and Tobago, but throughout the Caribbean. So for those of you of the islands as well, Steel Force Caribbean Limited is there for you. You can give them a call on 490-2771 or 399-7590. That is Steel Force Caribbean Limited, located at number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, and they are reinventing the standards on how we handle steel. So with that, we take the first break. When we come back, we'll take a read in Chuta and their concerns about the wage increase and comments made by the Prime Minister. Stay tuned.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
After a fantastic show last Saturday at Supper, it's now your turn, Port of Spain, to give the birdie his flowers in. Thank you, Sparrow. this Thursday, July 31st at Napa. Showtime 6 p.m. Celebrating the birdie include Chuck Gordon, Rodney McIntosh, Devon Seal, KB Charles, Zachary Ransom, Terry Lyons, Pink Panther, Oscar B, College Boy Jesse, and Luther. Just say thank you, Sparrow. All happening on this Thursday, July 31st at Napa. Showtime 6 p.m. Your host is the Blinger himself, Sonny Bling. Tickets going fast, so get yours now.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, Sparrow.
I'm looking for a magic for this disaster of a war.
You need a master plan.
A what?
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion. It stands up to our wicked sun and crazy rain. It shields against fading, protects against mildew, and is crack resistant. This paint so tough that it is tried and tested against British standards and formulated with European raw material.
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion, the premium outdoor paint that protects and shields against fading. Available at hardware and Kaleidoscope color shops nationwide.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh G. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh G. He is an expert in palm, face, and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh G at +1 86838443844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. Reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
All right, people. So welcome back to Breaking Dawn. During the break, I was looking at the video with the chopping and the beating. Disturbing to say the least. I don't understand. I mean, the video starts at a particular point and then ends at a particular point. I don't know what happened before. I mean, needless to say, you don't need to know what happened after, because the guy is all bloodied. He gets a chop to the forehead. He was beaten severely. Based on what, really? I don't know. I really don't know. But when they bought him, he was saying, "No, smoking a cigarette." And they asked him, "What are you doing when you back there?" It really disturbing. You know, look. I don't know if the guy is guilty or something. I don't know if the residents in the area know something that we don't know, because we can't really figure out anything from the video. But that vigilante justice thing, only watch all yourself for that, eh? Because in case you didn't know, we under a state of emergency, that is one. And two, you have a commissioner of police that ain't playing right now. He ain't come out to play, he come out to work. Right? Well, the video starts with him smoking a cigarette and the fellas asking him questions. And then they tell him, "With your handbrake, I will break the next hand." And then it goes to them flipping him over, and his buttocks is exposed, and they're beating him on the buttocks. But he gets some bruises and thing on all the back and thing. And then that's all. Just ask him man to leave. That's all. I don't know. I mean, then they have him stand up now and he explaining where he from or some kind of thing. So And the fella asked him some question, and he was like thinking about, because remember he must be dazed, and then he hit him so with the cutlass on his forehead, and he bust open his forehead with that. Again, I'm getting chopped. I don't, it's disturbing, boy. I mean, look. Yeah, and I mean, look, I think I could be just as ignorant as the next guy, but you know what I mean? I just have my little moments of road rage, you know, things of that nature. I just get vexed, but I mean, we have a serious problem in Trinidad and Tobago and other parts of the world where, I don't know, boy, like life is not something that people respect, or I don't know, just this blatant disregard for life, you know. I don't know, boy. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. But we're gonna get to Chuta with the unions. You're on point, man. Yeah. All right, man. Yeah. Watch it. Proud, you know. He pull it up one time before I gotta call for it twice, and you're like, yeah. All right, so the president of one trade union says the entire public sector is looking forward to getting a fair and just settlement. The comment from Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association President Martin Lumpkin came after Prime Minister Kamala Persad said on Monday that she was placing her faith in God to help finance a proposed 10% wage increase for public servants. Her remarks have sparked mixed reactions among labor leaders, with some cautiously optimistic, while others are calling for concrete action and transparency. All right, now speaking outside the parliament before the sitting, the Prime Minister told Guardian Media, quote, "We may not have all the money now, but I have faith. With God's help, we will find a way to pay the 10% to our hardworking public servants." And she also said, if I remember the clip well, remember that clip from Tuesday, Chris, with the Prime Minister speaking on the 10%? She said the government will keep its promise. That's what she said. Right? So she just say, well, you know, we don't have all the money yet, but we have faith in God. Thing go up, man. So because she must know what plans are ahead, right? But anyway, Chuta is cautioning the need for responsible negotiations. Chuta takes note of the submission of the Honorable Prime Minister as it relates to the unsettled salary negotiations, Lumpkin stated in a telephone interview. He said, quote, "We maintain that the MOA, a Memorandum of Agreement, signed in April 2025 was and still is the best in the best interest of our members. Careful consideration was given to prevailing local and international economic situations, including geopolitical influences. Chuta is still mindful of the economic situation which our nation continues to face. We look forward to the entire public sector getting a fair and just settlement," he said. And he said this isn't just about one group. The government must treat all bargaining units equitably and avoid piecemeal politics. All right, and the MOA was signed in good faith. Now, a former PSA executive member, Nixon Calendar, was equally critical, stressing that no formal offer has been tabled to match the public claims. And he went on to say, quote, "Let's not mislead people. The government never offered 10%. That was PSA's proposal, right? And until the chief personnel officer sits down with the PSA and tables an official offer, this is just political chatter, right?" Now, it's interesting that Nixon Calendar says this, all right? Because I remember when they asked the Prime Minister, she said, the government will fulfill their promise. So when she's, in her saying that, she is saying, in other words, that, yeah, that this was a promise to the public servants, this 10% wage increase. But former PSA executive member Nixon Calendar is saying that there was never an official offer. And that the government never offered 10%, and that was the PSA's proposal. Remember, the PSA along with a couple other unions, rejected the 4% and have the matter tie up in the industrial court, right? And the PSA was proposing more than 4%. Maybe it was, I can't remember off the top of my head, but maybe it was 10% that they, is the increased figure that they threw out there. And somehow going into the election through a memorandum of agreement, somehow or the other, the government got tied up in this in terms of a promise of 10%. And I'm trying to figure this out because Nixon calendar really, really confused me there. Because I could swear that it was the government that promised it. But maybe he's right. Maybe we all got, I don't know. Maybe we all got tied up. I don't know. But it's interesting this is coming from Chuta. Chuta was one of the first unions to take 4%. They were one of the first. Right? And like I said yesterday, all this chitter-chatter. You see, the Prime Minister goes into Parliament to debate the extension of a SOE. You have a question coming from the media about the 10% increase to public servants because they know in the media, right, how to trigger the public, especially public servants. So by asking that question, in plain and simple terms, they're choking the needle, right? To create whatever. When they ought to know fully well time and place. The time is Monday, July 28th. The place is Parliament. The purpose is crime, a crime syndicate, problems within the prison, and the possible extension of a state of emergency that has been declared. To me, that is where your focus is supposed to be. Asking a question about a 10% increase, and I said it on Tuesday, and I will repeat it again. Right? Asking that sort of question is just totally irrelevant because nobody in their right mind would answer that question having not established a budget for the fiscal year that is coming. And no increase is going to happen before that. And you don't have to be a political creature to understand that. That is plain and simple common sense. Anybody with an iota of common sense will know that that is just the reasonable thing. Right? So, like I said on Tuesday, and we're going to the phone line now, 327-7400. We have a lot of things out there, including why does CCC not have any students? But given everything that I just said there, right, the time and the place will come for that to be addressed. Trying to address that now, you're just wasting a question, if you ask me. It should be where the focus is right now. We have a state of emergency declared shortly after the previous administration had the country under a state of emergency. We have a crime problem in Trinidad and Tobago, which we've had for the last how much ever decades or how much ever years. More than 10 years. So not just under the PNM, but more than 10 years. We've had a crime problem with the increase in murder rate, right? We have a problem, a systematic problem in the prisons, right? That triggered this state of emergency. That is where the focus has to be right now. If our Prime Minister is going into Parliament to debate that. Right? So now this little comment that the Prime Minister makes, of course, apparently has raised the attention or caught the attention of one of the unions. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yes, sir. Morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah. When you come back to Trinidad, you should check out the two places which house the Chatham Youth Camp and also the Presto Youth Camp. I think the same thing is happening there. What is happening with CCC?
With CCC?
Check it out when you come back to Trinidad.
Okay, but why is that happening? How we reach that point?
I don't know, because of the fact then that I happen to pass by, go to those two places, Presto,
Uh-huh.
and Chatham, and they have people working there, and thing, but they have no students because the youth camps are them closed down so long.
Wow.
Check it out when you come.
I'll check it out when I come back. Thanks a lot, man.
Most welcome.
Yeah, man. Because we gotta get these youth camps back up and running in a way where it, we have an impact. And that's why I mentioned the police youth clubs yesterday. The police youth clubs should be a starting point, and then you reopen these other programs. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Stefan, morning.
Yeah, man.
It is that way. Some people are really ridiculous and disingenuous, and I on social media and seeing people putting up videos and bashing the present government and saying that the VIX they vote for them. What I can understand is, well, they expect them to do in 3 months what the other set couldn't do in 10 years? Come now, man.
Yeah, man. No, listen. Anybody that you see in there, it's how people that say they vote for them, eh? They lie. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, when those kind of questions that is asked by the media and big headlines for who could read and who can't read and who can understand, and that is stupidity. Because, oh God, you can't have 6 months yet. And the people who talk about that, the woman keep telling you in different ways, yes, the promise will be paid. We will pay whatever we promise. Come on now, man. That is duty. So I figure that is a political business coming from the media trying to distract the government. How can I say?
All right. I mean, what do you expect the Prime Minister to say in a position like that? What about the 10%? I thought she answered the only way that she could. Well, we looking for the money. We're looking for the money. But we have faith. We'll get the money. We'll keep the promise. And then she walked off. It was something to that effect then, right? What you wanted to see. You'll get it next month. And then when next one come, they tell you, well, next one. Just relax. They have in their meetings, they're going to be looking at finances, looking at certain investments, import-export markets, the oil sector, oil and gas sector, whatever. They're looking at their revenue sources. They will come in the budget and they will announce it. I don't know why people just jump the gun so. Morning. Yeah, man, go ahead.
This calendar statement really reminds me of the misprint in 2010 about the pension issue. It reminds me about that, about the manifesto, and there's a misprint in the promise. It was not a promise; it was a misprint. It really gives me a kind of like this version of what's going on. Somebody promised it on the platform, and we didn't take a talk against it, but we didn't really promise that. It's a kind of reminder, but it's a bitter taste, because if it is a government would have promised something, but the platform promised it, but the government was there, but you come to tell me, well, it's not we, it's them. You're kind of mixing up with that kind of thing that they're settling good, because if it is you didn't want to promise that, then that can reach on your platform. There's no way that can reach on your platform if it is you didn't caucus together as a partnership of interest or whatever it is. And they left it out there for the whole campaign, and then they come to say, well, we didn't really promise that, It's that man down there, he do that.
Right.
That doesn't settle.
The PM is saying they will keep their promise. So she is saying that this was a campaign promise. Calendar is saying it was the government, was PSA.
No,
you confused me there.
I think he confused me there. But you got to be careful with that, because anyhow, he just had signed 5%. I think it was 113. Yeah, 113. One in the first year, and then 3.
All right.
The vigilante thing, Trinidadians, be careful with that. You go get locked up. That's not right. That's not right at all. Be careful with that. Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's better just, look, if you detain somebody and you tie them up or whatever, call the police and the police come and deal with it now, man. You understand? You know, beat a man and chop him up and kind of thing. You know, that's some people I would say deserve it. I don't know if the brother is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if people through some window at some little child. I don't know because you can't establish nothing from the video. So we had to find out. We had to find out. Morning.
Yes, sir, phone morning.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Yeah, that scene with the fella who the chop. They say he was released some sentence 2 weeks ago, you know, and he just wandering, you know. He went to thief.
He was released from
come out with it. Sentence from the psychiatric hospital.
Oh, he has some
2
mental
weeks ago.
issues and he was released.
Yeah, and he just wandering. He didn't went to thief or nothing. That is why he couldn't really explain himself properly when there was questioning him.
Okay. All right, no problem.
And our next thing with that 10%, that not going to come before the budget, so that wait till the budget.
Exactly. Nothing is going to happen before the budget. No real significant moves are going to be made before the budget. All right, thanks a lot, man. I'll check in something here. On the 16th of July 2025, the Trinidad Guardian has a headline here. Right? That headline says, this is the 16th of July 2025. I had time to send it to the director. The headline is, PSA says UNC's 10% offer still on the table despite propaganda. The Public Service Association has rejected as pure PNM propaganda a social media post claiming Minister of Works and Infrastructure Jolene John told PSA President Felicia Thomas the UNC government could not afford the promised 10% salary increase. I remember that. And I remember that Felicia Thomas came out and spoke on that. But the headline says UNC's 10% offer still on the table. Hold on. There's more. On the 6th of May, 2025, the headline was 10% wage increase promised by UNC. Right? Public servants were promised no less than a 10% wage increase. I could go further than that. Roger, 26th of April 2025. This is just before the election. Ansel Roger on a UNC platform. President General of the OWTU, Ansel Roger, has vowed that workers who held out against the government's 4% wage offer will start new negotiations at 10% once the UNC wins the general election. All right? So Roger said on April 26th that negotiations will start at 10%. Now, obviously, if he's on a UNC platform, was at a UNC campaign meeting in Barrackpore, then when he makes that statement, he is speaking on behalf of the UNC. Right? He can't just come and speak on behalf of himself, right? Let me go back to the phone line. So I just wanted to get those things out in the air there. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
The PNM uses the media to create a narrative that has the country talking to create chaos. The union, Mr. Lonkin, is juxtaposing himself based on he accepted the 4%. Hopefully that if the PSA gets the 10% or more, he will be in a position to negotiate along that line.
Right.
But Ansel said this correctly. It will be negotiated. The government can't come and give it to you just so. You have to go through the negotiating process.
Yeah.
I am of the view that the government has the money to give them the increase in salary right now. The issue here right now is the back pay. And that will come through negotiations, whether they take it in tranches, whether they accept bonds, whether they get housing and all kind of different things.
Right.
Things along that line. It's the union who has been negotiating for years. They're no foolish people anymore. I think they know what is going on. And they also understand you cannot demand things that the country cannot afford.
Otherwise, if you pull down the country, then you get nothing.
Yeah, correct.
But the PNM creates a narrative, and this is why I'm saying Akash Samaru is being used. And he's being used to do something, and he's not as smart as he feels he is. Totally incompetent when saying, but
listen, is either, listen, you see me, my brother, this is why I don't mingle and mix with other people in media. I am who I am. Nothing will change who I am. I have
Have I issue with you?
Huh?
Have I issue with you?
All right, where's the issue you have with me?
The other barber shop up there, man?
Oh, gosh! But bald men don't need a barber.
Yeah, but if you ain't nothing, man, you are looking for a fix up yourself.
No, I have a shaver, you know, I shaved 2 days ago. I'm going to shave me again tonight. To come out tomorrow fresh. I will take a little shave too. I'll take a little shave. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, man, you're all good.
You too. Yeah, man. Nobody, but what he's saying is right, eh? It's our people in the media, like, I don't know, boy, like, listen, it's either you have an opinion or you don't have an opinion. I know you're not supposed to be opinionated, you're supposed to be objective. But objectivity has, this thing they call objectivity has operated under the guise. You understand? Sorry, no. Let me take the call. I'll word it correct after this. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Stefan.
Morning.
I know good to tell you the palm tree blowing and the wind and blowing your hair, but then I forgot that
yeah, it was a little nippy this morning. We had a little shower and thing. Small thing now, but we decided to stay under the shelter just in case the rain came back this morning.
All right. So tell me, I am of the opinion that the budgetary allocation, right?
Yeah.
For the fiscal year has been diminished. Are we forgetting that? And Lumpkin was walking around with his red t-shirt. He already get 4. So I feel what Kamala should do to him, give him a 1% for the next 5 years, just in case they ain't coming back. For the next term, you understand, a 1%, I told you that these trade unions, they're going to agitate. And, I hope that it is dealt with accordingly. You're coming out to agitate. And people are actually saying in the media, in one of the radio stations, saying you didn't know it had no budget before you offered the 10%. Oh, please. I'm telling you, I message you, man, say behave yourself. Seriously, because that was untoward.
It don't work like that. Of course they know. When they offer 10%, on a platform, they know that they have time before they set their budget to accommodate, to find the money to make it. You understand what I'm saying? And then they present it. You don't, not because they present it on a campaign trail means as soon as they get into office, it's there. You understand? So, but those are people on radio that just creating mischief. That's all it is.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. You see, Kamala, it is evidence to show now that if she needs money, she will get it, and she will make her promises to the country.
Yeah.
And everybody will jump on the bandwagon, and they might go to 40%. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they will start at 10%, but Tanku said, when they asked Tanku when he was walking into Parliament on Monday, he said, listen, let us not forget wage negotiations. That increase, it has to have negotiations first. As a matter of fact, I think we have the clip. Right. All right, thanks a lot.
Okay, take care, sir.
Yeah, I think I have, it's a good thing I pulled them to clip on there. Chris, do we have Tanku clip still? Don't tell me I'm deleting already, eh? Tanku and PM 10%. I think that's why I label them. I'll take a call in the meantime. Morning. Morning.
Stefan.
Yes, I.
Hey, what is he saying?
I did.
I'll get you from St. Lucia, man.
Well, I could bring some from you. I could bring, listen, I could bring something for you from St. Lucia. The only problem is I'm in Antigua.
But I know that. I just wanted to see which part your hair is this morning.
Oh, all right, no problem.
How things? Everything cool?
Everything cool, man. Everything cool.
All of a sudden, everything that's died out in the last 2 weeks. I didn't hear nothing about CPEP again.
I stop. I don't hear nothing about the $60 million in the budget again. I don't hear nothing about that.
60 billion,
All I
yeah.
hear is we want. All I hear is we want. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I want to. Everybody wants in the country, but people doesn't realize that you have to wait. There was a budget allocation that was $60 billion done. What really
How many money
People
gone?
ain't understanding that. Where the money? So why they don't ask? But here we're going on. Where the money gone?
Mm-hmm.
Let me find where the money gone now.
Right.
Rita, enjoy your stay, brother.
All right, thanks a lot, man. I hearing okay, hold on. I might be that's rain, eh? Yeah. I hearing raindrops. As I mentioned, the rain it start to fall. But here what's going on. This is what was asked to Dave Tanku, who's the Minister of Finance, on Monday. Run that clip for me.
Confidence, we keep our word. Thank you.
That's Anku, just very quickly, so just very quickly. Sure. As you prep for your first full budget, right? Can you tell me, are you all making funds available for the public servants to get that 10% increase in this fiscal year?
No comment at this point.
None at all?
None
They're very
at all.
close to the budget there, sir.
It is very close, but you know this 10% and so on and all these are based on negotiations. Have you been invited to negotiations yet? Of course.
Is that something you're looking to do in the next fiscal year?
No further comment.
Can you tell us how much the Modi visit cost, the Prime Minister Modi's visit?
No further comment on that either. You'll get that soon.
All right, and during the CARICOM summit, Antigua Prime Minister Gaston Brown called for the Prime Minister to honor a prior commitment and pay $60 million in compensation after the fallout of Clico and Baiko. Any discussions about that?
Not at this point, no. You'll just get that answer easier from the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
So a message you have for public servants who might be wondering, because you know they're wondering, when that's
coming.
Have
faith, have confidence. We keep our word. Thank you.
Have faith, have confidence, we keep our word. Right? The open question was the 10%. He said, well, this is based on negotiation. You hit him 2 more questions, and then before you let him go, you come back to the 10% for the public servants. To me, I in media, so if I want to create mischief on something, I will know what to do. I know exactly how to ask a question, when to ask the question, and the last thing that I want to ask. Because the last thing that you ask is what most people will remember. They will forget the first, the second, and the third thing. But see that last thing? So when he starts with it, he come in the middle and he hit you 2 little questions in between that have nothing to do with our first question. But before he let you go, he come back to the first question. It's because they want that to be discussion. Right? Play the Prime Minister for me.
Side money for that 10% salary increase that you have promised public servants.
God willing, we keep our promises.
So in this fiscal year coming next
God willing, we will keep our promise. Still working on it. Looking for money. If you have any, give us some. Thank you all.
Thank you.
God willing, we will keep our promise. Is that simple English? God willing, we will keep our promise. We're looking for money. If you have some, send it to us. But God willing, we will keep our promise. The Minister of Finance say, remember, any salary increase is based on negotiations. Right. And he said, God willing, we will keep our promise. So this morning, I don't know what Lumpkin and them panicking for and creating us to. But, you know, I mean, that the media had work for you. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man, what going on?
Hi there. I see you enjoying it, man.
Oh, yes. We having our time.
The only solution to the problem is for the government to remove the monopoly that the media have in terms of access and open it up to the social media people who have become even more reliable than the parasitic oligarchy-run media, which favors the opposition, as you can see. Those are prepared questions, you know. Those questions are prepared on the outside and fed to people like Akash and they, so that they could pretend to
be exposing the government, but what they're exposing the government on, and so many other issues related to the last 10 years remain unresolved.
Yeah.
So much so that while the country is breathing a sign of relief, having this new police commissioner, I still missing Earl because I still want to know how the story with Mother Rabbit ended, I waited for part 2 of that story. But at the end of the day, the parasitic oligarchy, the 1% in other words, run the media. And unless and until they don't open it up. Stephanie, you there with me?
Yeah, I know. I had all trying to figure out how Mother Rabbit had it, but go ahead.
If they don't only wait another week or two before they suspend the lady, we're gonna get our story. Anyhow. So the thing is that if they don't open up the media access, all are wrong.
Yeah.
The social media, who we have become to rely upon for accurate news and information.
Right.
Even social media have a better weather report than media. Weather report more accurate. First, let people go.
Oh, God. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks.
You gone?
Oh,
All right.
yeah, cool. Oh, God. Hey, you're mashing up this morning, boy. I can squeeze one more. Any final call. I'll go to the break after this. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Stefan.
Morning, my dear. How are you from the United Kingdom?
I'm good. I'm looking at you, and I'm saying that person who talked about your shave, that's the rugged look. It is what we call the rugged look.
The rugged
We
look.
over here quite like the way you look, So it's a very, very... No, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Remember I had mentioned about you over here like how you look, okay?
Yeah.
Your bald head is just fine.
Lovely.
Right? So anybody who's talking about shaving and no. Just have it nicely shaved. Don't shave it off, and you'll see that will keep those dimples looking sweet, Anyway, enjoy your holiday.
Dimple, yeah, you see it? One dimple, Yeah, well, dimple, Yeah, well, Rastaman having a ball here too. But I just say, the dimple, the one dimple now, Can't be that, You understand? The life you're on? Yeah, boy, you're missing that life, boy, that dimple life. All right, so I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you about Set while you're aboard, just before we go to the break. Set has the Holistic Health Clinic. It's powered by nutritional therapy. It's simple. Stop managing a disease when you can reverse them. And, of course, they specialize in reversing cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, digestive disorders, hypertension, and more. It is drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. And you could call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. You can book your appointment today and rebuild your health from the inside out naturally. That's Set while you're aboard. Now, the time is 7 o'clock. We got Obi coming up after the break. We're going to take the break. And before we get to Mr. Haynes in Barbados, because, of course, Cropover happens the same time with Antigua Carnival. And we are gearing up now into the heights of Antigua Carnival because this from here on in is pace. All right? So, all the days we were here before, Bolt was still in the blocks. But right now we are about 40 meters down the track. And he now starting to straighten up to accelerate. So, that's how things going. All right? So, I'll tell you what. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I was at Devil's Bridge yesterday. Devil's Bridge, beautiful place. You ever went? You went to Devil's Bridge? Lovely. So we were at Devil's Bridge yesterday, and we will show you what that was like. Yeah, I walk out as far as I wanted to, because remember, I have no fins, I am not a fish, so I cannot swim. All right, they tell me, they say big man like you're a man living on an island. Island surrounded by water and you can't swim, Stefan. Listen, I don't know how it happened that I never learned to swim as a child. I love water. Yeah, I love it, man. But never too late. I'll go and swim with the adults. Better to swim with some adults than to swim with the fishes. All right? You know, the mafia that say swim with the fishes. Yeah, I want to do that. All right, so we're going to show you the experience at Devil's Bridge. And then we have Obi joining us from Barbados. And after that, we have an interview with Mr. Michael Freeland, who is the Deputy Chair of the Festivals Commission. He was here, he was here. He's here this morning. He's here this morning. And he will chat with D-Life. So stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Ready to unlock your potential? Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results. At Open Minds, it's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.com.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
All right, people, so we're back. We're just about 8 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock, and I did promise at around 10 past 7 we'll get Barbados covering Cropover. So I'll tell you what, we're going to go to him first. We'll get to Devil's Bridge after. But we're going to go to Obi first in Barbados and find out, because they touched on yesterday. So we'll find out what took place between yesterday and today and the state of affairs moving forward during their stay in Barbados or Cropover. So let's bring him in now via Zoom. Yeah, man. All right. So Obi, morning to you, man.
Morning, Stefan. How you doing? Morning to, of course, all of you as the first Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. And listening to your introduction just now, and I don't know if you're trying to run competition, but I can tell you we are, of course, in the beautiful island of Barbados, and we're getting ready for the annual Cropover celebrations. And the place, as usual, continues to be absolutely amazing. From arrival, everything was fully on point. If you can see the background right now, a beautiful scenic beach area here, sipping on my coffee. You know, this is the way you want to wake up most mornings, in a relaxed mood after having done whatever you did the night before, that you can really relax. We're at a resort called a hotel called the Abida by Accra. Right, Abida is fantastic. I don't know if the cameraman could just pan and give you a quick shot of it. Abida is listed as an adult-only hotel. It's an exclusive kind of resort. It's very tiny. It's actually a part of the Accra chain of hotels here in Barbados. And if you've been a visitor to Barbados, the name Accra Hotels is synonymous with the island. It's one of the indigenous hotel chains, unlike most of the international brands. And while they have quite a few of the international names here, Accra is one that has established itself firmly in the community of Barbados tourism community, and they have a fantastic offering. So this is one of their sidebars, which is called Abida. I've been here before, and when they say adult only hotel stuff, what I can tell you, you'll probably enjoy it. There's on the balcony, there's a jacuzzi in every room. Open a jacuzzi on your balcony, right? That functions automatically. So you come home whatever time, day or night, and you're hearing that bubbling water, and you walk outside, and you can have a nice, after a carnival stomping, you can really attach all of that. We can take care of things from there. Isn't that someone is calling me at this hour? I didn't reject that call. That's not appropriate right now. Right? My goodness.
All right, that's something. I kind of lose the audio, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, back on.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Obi, just I lost you there with the audio for just a split second. If you can just repeat what you said.
I think they lost me because someone is trying to call me.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now, Stefan?
What we have? Oh,
Yes.
we hearing him? Oh, okay, all right,
Yes.
nice. Go ahead.
Right, so we're back. All right, after a slight misfunction. Anyway, so as I said before, we're here at Abida by Accra, and this is where the team is going to be staying for the entire duration of the Cropover celebration. But let's move a little past the hotel and all of the niceties right now and get into what happened. We arrived yesterday, of course. The hospitality was amazing. We were met as we got off the plane. The process through immigrations and customs seamless with the support of the BTMI crew, which is always on point and well organized. They had themselves properly in order. Picked up our transport, made it to the hotel. The first event on the card yesterday would have been the minister's welcome media event. Now, this is something that happens every year, and it is hosted, of course, by the Honorable Minister of Tourism and International Transport, and that would be, of course, Mr. Ian Gooding Edgell. This is a gentleman that I've known for quite some time in my involvement back and forth with Barbados. However, last night I gained a different respect for the gentleman because we had the function that was held at the States Visitor Center, which is it's closely tied to the rum manufacturing history of Barbados. Now, anybody who has been to Barbados would tell you that they always say that Barbados is the home of rum. It's where rum originated. And in a lot of ways, they do everything to ensure that that statement is solid. So this visitor center is a very nicely situated facility, which gives you a little bit of the history and a little understanding as to what the rum experience was like back in the days of heavy manufacturing here in Barbados. The entertainment was top of the line as always, and the entire situation, the ambiance, fantastic. But what amazed me was when the minister went up to speak, because the gathering included, of course, the local and international media influencers and cultural ambassadors, and it was intended to be a totally immersive experience, and immersive it was. Like I indicated, minister stepped up to speak. Before I saw him earlier on, and he was going through the speech, he had his assistant with him, and they had been organizing the papers and checking the facts and pointers that he was going to address. And the gentleman walked up to the podium and said, well, we have a prepared speech, but I'm going to dispense with protocol, and tonight I'm just not going to use the written speech. And he said, usually they advise you against this. Now, Stefan, as someone who's been in media, I've been in media for about 30 years, speaking in front of a microphone or a camera on a stage is something I've been doing for some time. And I always have that level of nerve and jitters, and there is that fumble factor that most of us go through. The minister stood and spoke for a little over 10 minutes, flawlessly and eloquently and with a level of passion as it relates to not just the tourism posture of Barbados, but the entire island, the traditions, the facilities, every part of it. And he compacted it in such a nice, neat package, speaking freehand without the aid of paper pointers. I was extremely impressed with his oratory skills. More than that, the level of confidence and passion that he had as it relates to the product that he has a responsibility for. I was very proud of the fact that here is a minister of tourism who knew his product inside out, who was fearless in his pursuit of selling the idea of what Barbados is and what it can be to visitors from all over the world. And I was very proud as a Caribbean man to look at him and see his delivery. As a media practitioner, I was envious of his skill. So I have to give Minister Gooding Edgell that prop this morning because he delivered last night. Of course, we're going to try and pull that entire speech and have it in our final packaging for the Cropover season. But it was a fantastic start. The atmosphere was light. He was very, very, very powerful in his delivery. And it set the tone. It made me, as a visitor, being welcomed by the Barbados Tourism and Marketing Inc., gave me a certain preparedness for what is to come, and it laid the foundation in a right smooth kind of way. The man mentioned everything from the catamaran to the cultural presentation we've got on today to what's going to happen with some of the events. He went into the history of Cropover and where it started. He moved from that into, look, I gotta stop you. You get a chance, or viewers will get a chance to see it if they keep watching Synergy TV through the process here. So that was our start. That's our introduction. All right, I had a few cocktails. The rum was smooth, nice. I have a headache this morning, hence the reason for the coffee.
But if you have a headache this morning after drinking cocktails, you're sure it was smooth and nice?
When I say headache, I mean this is me a non-drinker. I don't drink at all, at all. I had one, two, three, four cocktails. Right. I know Jeremy will be laughing in the background because he knew by that time I can't even speak properly. But it was a fun experience.
Interesting you mentioned the rum, the origins of rum. I'm reading here that the earliest documented production seems to have taken place on islands like Barbados, Jamaica, and Puerto Rico.
Right.
So they do mention Barbados first, so.
Yeah. And they hold true to that, because I'm telling you, when we were driving up to States Visitor Center, on our way, I was telling him, I said, listen, I smell alcohol. He said, yeah, well, I wouldn't give any comment immediately after that, but he said, yeah, I could smell it as well. Because it's in the air. Now, I don't think there's any production on currently, I'm not sure. But I can tell you that just getting into the area alone, the air is perfumed with that smell of liquor. It gives you that sense of awareness as to where you're going and what you're about to experience. So it was a fantastic situation, right? Go ahead.
The other thing that looked very interesting in the visuals that I was seeing a little while ago is the food. I know that they take their culinary side of things very serious in Barbados as well. A matter of fact, they have a whole festival for that, don't they? A little bit later on this year.
Food and Rum Festival is later on this year, of course, but just before that, they kept mentioning that they also have Carnival Festa coming up in the late half of August, which is a transition that they're moving into seamlessly. But the food, I can tell you, interesting experience. They are, again, taking local flavors and elevating it. Some of the welcome snacks involved breadfruit, roasted breadfruit with lamb, sauteed lamb. They had lentil patties with fried fish with some nice spices on it. They had, I just given you some of the items that was available on the agenda. But again, yes, the food was amazing. The flavor was on point. If all are coming from. Of course, before that, earlier on the day, I went down to Oystons and I had my fish with a little, there was peas and rice and some cuckoo. And, long time when Granny makes salad and things, stuff, and she used to season up the cucumbers and that kind of stuff. And then when she sliced up the cucumbers, just season it. I haven't tasted that in a while. Normally when you take cucumbers, it's unseasoned. But when I got to Oystons yesterday, I was having the meal, the salad and stuff. It was seasoned. It had that little salt and pepper in cucumber and thing that we Caribbean people know as part of the flavor. That was amazing too. Then I could go on. I could go on and on, but let me not digress too much. I'm just giving you an oversight. Of course, this was just the first day yesterday arrival, and that's what we did last night. Today we have the cultural presentation, which we go down to the have the cultural day. We do there's a whole heap of Bajan traditions are highlighted, and they cover things like the tuk rhythm, which is I guess synonymous to Barbados, and they've lamented that is a part of the foundation of the music base of Barbados, particularly as it relates to Cropover because of the history. And I've told you about the history of Cropover in the past, where the festival is tied directly to the cane crop that they used to when they manufactured sugarcane heavily in Barbados. And it is tied to the fact that it marked the end of the crop season. And it was always held at this particular time because this is when the crop ended, hence the reason for the name Cropover, and that's why they tell us never call it Carnival. Always make sure and give it the right title, it's Cropover. But beyond that, the early traditions, which I guess some of us could relate to in the Caribbean, particularly in Trinidad and Tobago, the Dan Lorraine and some of the Mukujumbis, and are calling names that we use in Trinidad. I have to find out what they refer to here in Barbados. But you see all of those in the fire breathers and all of the elements of tradition put together in a smooth, professionally polished package and given to the visitors in a way that we can really truly immerse ourselves in the experience. And I think that's one thing that BTMI does every year that is excellent as it relates to selling what Cropover is all about, by inviting media influencers and media practitioners like ourselves to come and experience it. Our ability to speak on it is not it's not basic, it's not surface. I can give you in-depth detail of every situation that we encounter because it's so well presented. The memory stays here and the ability to explain it to our viewers, and of course that coupled with the visuals that we're going to be showing you over the next few days is going to be a formidable one. So this is just the beginning stuff. I'll have a whole list, 14 pages here of activities that's going to take us from now until the very end. And trust me, Synergy TV is going to be here and we're going to be giving you all that information day by day, updating you on the reports. The team is on the ground. We're looking forward to some of the early morning events because we want to do something a little different this year. When we join you in the morning for Breaking Dawn, which I understand is on every day for the next few days, for the morning events, like they have the samosa, the breakfast party, and the others. A camera crew will be actually in that event live to bring that feed to us while I remain at the hotel, so I can give you an account of what would have occurred during the course of the day. The team will be able to switch and get a live feed from inside the event and see what's happening. So we give you a different sense of the activities for 2025 as it relates to Cropover.
All right, man. And I see you really have your whole itinerary in front of you there. I don't know if you can get anything like that from D-Life.
Me again that now. You see, I'm in Barbados. I can't comment on what's happening over there. That is not my business.
We get message in our group and all kind of thing. 11:24 in the night. We ain't get white itinerary when we land. We ain't get D-Life and that.
Let me show off. Let me show off a little bit now because 8 a.m. we've got breakfast at the hotel, departing the hotel for the culture day at 9:30. At 10 o'clock we are part of the immersive Cropover itinerary. The Barbados Tourism Inc. invites you to the vibrant cultural day, a hands-on celebration of Bajan tradition, creativity, and rhythm. There's t-shirt cutting, history at Tok, learn and play rhythms, cocktail mixes, and all of that. They give you an idea of what dress code you should wear as well. Casual, comfortable, light breathable clothing. The location is, of course, at Harbour Lights. I'm just giving you an insight. Every event is mapped out in detail with a time code of departure and arrival and all the other details, and tells you how to dress and what to make yourself, whether to wear comfortable shoes, whether you're going to be walking on sand or concrete. With that detail. BTMI is right up. They don't make joke, and they give us a wonderful experience here in Barbados.
Wow. All right, man. But I know Barbados, Cropover and the promotion of Cropover, and that whole tour that they do, because they really all the islands do it, man. Antigua as well, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, everybody does it. But the level of professionalism that you get, and the way that they push the culture and the understanding for tourism is I hate to say it. I don't like to bad talk Trinidad, but we're not on that level in terms of from promoting it as a proper tourism product. The way that they do it is chalk and cheese. It's as if we we just know that it's Trinidad and it will sell itself, but they really go to different lengths to make sure and promote what is their largest tourism product, which is Cropover. And here, in Carnival.
When I look at the Caribbean Collective, though, I have a different perspective. I see that every island has understood, or over the period of time that we've been in existence, understood what their stock in trade is, what their product is, and all the various entities have moved towards mastering their art. Trinidad has always been fairly industrial in how we treat with things because of our input and our involvement in oil and gas. And I guess in a lot of ways that may have affected how we approach other parts of our industrial option. Here in Barbados, the innate understanding of tourism, they've taken and elevated the art of hospitality and tourism to, and I just use the right word, art. It's an art form for them, and the way they execute, the way they put it together. And I mentioned this the first year I came here, and I mentioned it last year as well. It is not just the entities like Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. that portray that. It is part of the people. Yesterday we went down when we were at Oystons, and a gentleman just walked up to us and he said, "Hey, how you doing? You enjoying the meal?" Said yes, and he started to chat. That level of hospitality, it's part of the people. You notice, I don't know if you heard it just now, that lady passed running by and she was running. She said, "Morning, morning." Everybody tells you good morning. Even if you're walking down the road and you run into a homeless person, they'll say good morning. It's part of the culture. That's why there was a song called Barbados Good Morning, Cropover Good Morning. That culture of hospitality, Mr. Gooding Edgell, the minister last night mentioned that a patron would even take you into the home to give you a meal, and because that's the level of hospitality that they're accustomed to. It's part of who they are as a people. And he said it so eloquently, and I can tell you I've experienced it. Interacting with people here, the pleasantness, the hustle. I gave a man a bad drive yesterday, and he pulled up aside alongside me and said, "What you did there was a bit of nonsense, you know." And then he drove off. That was it. Now imagine that happening in Trinidad.
you gave a man a bad drive yesterday in Barbados, Obi?
I was trying to understand the roundabout culture, and I think I was in the wrong lane because it's so many roundabouts in Barbados, and how they treat with it is not like Trinidad. In Trinidad, you know, a roundabout, everybody is rushing. Here, there's an order and structure to it, and you have to put yourself in the right lanes at the right time to be able to execute which turn off you're taking. And I didn't understand that in the beginning. So it was a minor infraction, but the point about it is the gentleman pulled up alongside. And he politely said, "What you did there was a bit of nonsense." Understand the wording and the language and the approach to it. It wasn't a Trinidadian experience.
Yeah, it was not road rage experience. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Yeah, go ahead, finish.
I say it would have been the Bajan equivalent of road rage, but again, the level of sophistication and pleasantness, it was instructive, but it wasn't insultive. And I appreciated that, and I found that as a visitor to the island, to have that level of experience was very comforting.
All right, nice one. Well, I know we're going to be touching base every morning leading up to the Carnival as well, on the morning of the Cropover as well, Cropover as well. So we're going to touch base with you again tomorrow. I understand we have a 4-hour production. All right. We Dongtong Antigua according to D-Life. We just get that now on our itinerary. We just get it documented. Now, he faxed it now. You know, so we're going to touch base with you tomorrow. We'll be in contact with you today to organize time and stuff. And we look forward to seeing everything as it unfolds in Barbados as well.
Thank you very much, Stefan.
All right, no problem. Yeah, man. D-Life, the fax come true? Yeah, man. Just get from the fax machine. Yeah. I see the Barbados whole document. Imagine, Obi God, Barbados again about a bad drive from a roundabout. A roundabout, right? What a roundabout can I be doing? A roundabout is 2 lane. You have an inside lane or outside lane. Not so? All right, yeah. So, all right. So that is Mr. O'Brien Haynes from Barbados. And we will be interacting with him very regular over the next few days, over the weekend. Remember, we have a weekend show as well. We're going to introduce you to Devil's Bridge just before we do have some commitments here. Let me just get a couple of them. Chef, that's me, Chef. So Chef Shiraz has several courses, of course, and during the July-August vacation, well, July is done, so the only thing that you could sign up for those courses in August. So from the 4th to the 6th, he has the summer kids cooking classes. And then on the 9th of August, he has the baking and pastry and the creative international cuisine. So make sure and check out Chef as it relates to those classes. All right, get yourself signed up as early as possible. All right, and finally, we have the therapeutic massage, the College of Therapeutic Massage. I'm waiting on it to come up here. What is going on with the thing this morning, but. That's one. Let me see if I can get it here. That's one. Let me get this because I want to show them Devil's Bridge. We'll go straight to the break from Devil's Bridge, and we're going to come back with that interview with Mr. Michael Freeland. It's Freeland, right? Right. And I'll talk to you about that as well. Yeah. We'll get to the break and talk about that. Yeah, because we'll get that information. Right, so the Trinidad and Tobago College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture Limited, they're saying register now. All right, 1-year diploma in professional therapeutic massage, gate funded, registered with the Ministry of Education, registered with ACTT. All right, and experienced lecturers at your disposal. You can visit their website for more information on this course at www.ttcollegeofmassage.com. You can also call them on 658-3907, or you could contact them on 496-1111. You could also send them an email as well. You can email p.gopal1510@gmail.com. So make sure and get yourself registered right now for that course that is taking place for the month of September. Devil's Bridge. Enjoy. All right, people, so we're here in Antigua and Barbuda. You all know that we're here to cover the Carnival. Well, we were brought here compliments of the Festivals Commission and Antigua Tourism as well. And part of tourism includes Devil's Bridge, all right, which we are right now. All right, so we're on that location right now. Just to give you a little insight into Devil's Bridge and a little bit of the history, it is a national park. It was declared a national park in 2008. It's a natural rock arc in eastern Antigua, and it's located on the Atlantic coast near the Indian Tongue Point to the east of Willikies. Now, this particular location is exposed to waves that are pushed by the trade winds with no land between here and Europe. I have been told that Europe is that way. It's a long swim. All right, so interesting to note from a geological standpoint, the limestone rocks that make up this area date to the Oligocene period and millions of years old. And when the limestone was laid down, it did so in bands or layers which varied in hardness, and the softer bands erode away faster, leaving the bridge you see today. So limestone, of course, is a sedimentary rock, is a combination of calcium carbonate and aragonite, made up from the remains of marine organisms, some of which become fossilized, and oysters are the most common species in the area. And just to let you know about some of the myths of Devil's Bridge that you might want to take note of, there are many humorous and unrealistic myths which have developed about Devil's Bridge over the years. For example, it's believed that if you call, or at least it was believed that if you call for the devil in a loud voice, a big wave will come. Devil! Okay, nothing can happen. So that's definitely a myth. If you see a big wave run, eh? There is also another myth that the devil lives under the bridge. So we got to be careful. A raw egg thrown into the sea under the bridge will boil, but nobody is sure how you're going to retrieve the egg to find out if it really boiled. And finally, that slaves committed suicide by jumping off the bridge. However, there is no historical record of this to be found anywhere. All right, so those are just some of the myths of Devil's Bridge in Antigua and Barbuda. But I gotta say, the view is beautiful. It's a terrific place to visit when you're coming to the island. And once again, no land between this point and Europe or Africa. And those winds, you feel it. Terrific tourist attraction. And you can see the limestone. When I spoke about layers of limestone, you can see where the layers, or how the layers are formed. You have 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, 4. All right, my cameraman keep telling me to walk a little more. I hope you remember I can't swim, you know. All right, but definitely somewhere that you would like to come when you come to Antigua and Barbuda and experience. It's very refreshing here. You're getting the rough waters, the waves ashing into the rock itself, or the limestone itself, but it's very windy. All right, it's very cool, although we out here around midday where the sun is at its hottest, but you're not feeling the heat because it's so windy when you come to Devil's Bridge. Rough waters, though, I would advise that you be very careful when you come here. I don't see any guides or anybody like that around, so you're free to roam, but just don't go too close to the edge and fall in, because I can tell you that water is rough. All right, you gotta be a really, really experienced swimmer to survive that. All right, some heavy currents. So come down, enjoy Antigua and Barbuda, and experience the beauty and the history of Devil's Bridge.
Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
I'm looking for a magic for this disaster of a war.
You need a master plan.
A what?
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion. It stands up to our wicked sun and crazy rain. It shields against fading, protects against mildew, and is crack resistant. This paint so tough that it is tried and tested against British standards and formulated with European raw materials.
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion, the premium outdoor paint that protects and shields against fading. Available at hardware and Kaleidoscope color shops nationwide.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
After a fantastic show last Saturday at supper, it's now your turn, Port of Spain, to give the birdie his flowers in. Thank you, Sparrow. This Thursday, July 31st at Napa. Showtime, 6 p.m. Celebrating the birdie include Chuck Gordon, Rodney McIntosh, Devon Seal, KB Charles, Zachary Ransom, Terry Lyons, Pink Panther, Oscar B, College Boy Jesse, and Luther. Just say thank you, Sparrow. All happening on this Thursday, July 31st at Napa. Showtime, 6 p.m. Your host is the Blinger himself, Sonny Bling. Tickets going fast, so get yours now.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, Sparrow.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you will be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
All right, people, so we're back, and I'll tell you what, we are just about 17 minutes away. Is it 17? No, 15 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. It is Thursday morning. It's a busy Thursday, and we have a guest with us this morning. His name is Benji, and he's from the big band Triple K out of Dominica, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, nice, man. Nice to meet you, Benji.
Nice to meet you, too.
I mean, I see you from a distance, you know. Last year I was in Rise on the side of the stage and Ole was performing, and I think people were just throwing anything and everything in the ear. And then I went backstage and man was trying to find the phone and the sneakers and all kind of madness was going on now. Triple K is the band when we're talking about Bouillon.
Bouillon music. Yes.
Bouillon music.
Yep.
All right, so nice, man. Tell us a little bit about Bouillon music for people who don't know about it.
For people who don't know, Bouillon actually started with the original WCK band. Right?
Okay.
And if you don't know WCK, if you know the famous song Balance Batty, is they created Bouillon. And then other bands on the island then follow in pattern. I believe Triple K after some time actually basically managed the craft, conquered the craft, and now today we could say is the world's greatest Bouillon band.
All right, nice, man.
Yeah.
High energy, real vibes. I'm telling all you. If you said Rise last year, I'm telling you, just real peace. I tell you, I don't know where this get the energy from.
I think the song that get people really affiliated with Booyah is You Whistle While You Work.
Yes.
Whistle while you work.
Yes.
Whistle While You Work.
Right.
That's the big tune. That,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Whistle came in late during our carnival last year, right? And we share same carnival with Trinidad and Tobago as well.
Right.
And it came in late last year because we were so busy on the road and so on, and we really didn't have anything to produce. You know what I mean? And then on a flight to St. Thomas, the keyboardist just pulled out his laptop and said, listen, I have this rhythm there from so long. What we gonna do with it? I just started.
And that's it.
Whistle while you work, and then it was bam.
All right.
Yes, take off.
How Triple K came to be?
Triple K started with 3 guys in a small community named Loda in Dominica. Loda is one of the ecotourism sites in Dominica. Yeah, so you find the 3 major lakes over there. You have the Brewery Lake, the Freshwater Lake, and the Boiling Lake. And the Boiling Lake is the second largest one in the world, right? So Triple K actually started there with Kendall, Keenan, and Kurt. The all 3 of them names starting with K.
Okay.
Yeah, and later down, Keenan and Kurt left. They migrated, and only Kendall remained up to this day. Yeah.
Okay.
So we had other guys came in to replace them, which Kurt used to be the bass player, and Keenan used to be the rhythm guitar player. So we had other guys replace them, but today the core membership of the band still remain.
All right, nice man. All right. Now y'all are in Rise again this year. Rise is Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Start Friday at 11:30. The opening gates at 11:30 p.m.
Right.
And then it goes into Saturday morning.
Yeah, around 8, 9?
Around about 8, 7, 8.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Because they take the crowd after it finished now and go around the stadium and everybody disperse.
All right, cool, man. So you're in how many years old in Rise now?
I think that's our 4th year in Rise.
It's your 4th year in Rise?
4th year in Rise. I believe, I don't know if we did it from inception, but I know it's our 4th year in Rise.
All right, nice man.
And tonight you're inside ARG with Marshall, with Melton Pot.
Yes.
You guys are featured on there.
We featured on there, and I have to say, it's an honor sharing same stage with the boss. I call him the boss.
You call him the boss? Yeah. All right, no problem.
He's a mentor of mine, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's an honor. It's just off Barbados. Last weekend we were at Tipsy. Yeah. So we shared the stage there with him at Tipsy, and now we're in Antigua for Melting Pot. So it's a blessing.
Nice man.
Yeah.
How you all did Melting Pot before, right?
Yes, we did. So this is probably our 6th Melting Pot.
Okay, but is this the biggest melting pot, or expected to be the biggest melting pot? Because, well, the boss, as you refer to him, is headliner. I mean, what you all expect tonight? I mean,
well, I believe so. I think it's not his first time as well being on Melting Pot.
Right.
But I believe, of course, any event where you have Marshall name on there, it's expected to be a very big event. And of course, Triple K International from Dominica bringing that Booyah hit. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's definitely going to be a big event.
Yeah, because the Booyah vibe seems to be a big vibe.
The Booyah big. It took over Miami Carnival last year.
Right.
It rode into Trinidad because you have the Whistle While You Work. You have find
someone else,
which is Booyah.
That was Booyah?
That is
Yeah,
Booyah.
that is Booyah.
I wish I knew someone else.
That's Booyah. That's Booyah.
I didn't know that, but that tune real bad, boy.
Yeah.
But that take over the carnival.
Yeah.
I wanted to know where that tune come from, you know. Come on, mine and DJ thing again for some years now, but I really don't know. So I was like, no, I just, I mean, I hear the tune, I was like, yeah, the tune, yeah. I didn't know that Booyah.
That is Booyah.
Yeah, man.
Booyah is taking the world by storm, and you have to give commend to Benji and them from Triple K and
man.
I mean, and you guys are on the road Carnival Monday.
We on the road Carnival Monday at Juve.
You don't want to see them on the road, brother.
No, but I got a taste of you guys on the road. You all passed T-shirt Mass. You all with who you all with?
With Masai Mass.
Right.
Yeah.
And we when you were coming across, I think it's High Street.
High Street.
In front by Dock.
In front by Dock, right.
Yeah.
Center.
You all were passing right there. Yeah, that band was a big band, but that band was with real people in that band. And I'm telling you, the vibes was right up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You had to see them Juve
The
morning.
vibes, yeah.
Juve morning.
Juve morning is that
Is that different?
Yeah. It's a complete different animal.
All right, different animal on Juve morning. We'll look out for that animal, all right? But outside, okay, but beyond Melting Pot and beyond Rise and beyond Antigua and Barbados Carnival, you all in Breakfast Fest?
Yeah, just me. Just me passing through.
Just you passing through
Yeah.
the Breakfast Fest?
Just
All
me
right.
passing through, yeah.
So they're in Breakfast Fest too. Now beyond Antigua Barbados Carnival, what is next for Triple K like for the rest of the year? Where you all gonna be?
Well, we all about. It
Yeah.
really had to manage as to where exactly, because every time I have to look at the calendar to say, oh, I'm here and there and there. Actually, after Rise, the keyboardist and myself will leave to go to Sabre because Sabre Carnival just started. So we'll leave to go to Sabre to come back on Sunday to do Monday.
What?
Actually, we just came from Statia as well because Statia Carnival just ended. So Statia and Sabre, two small islands right outside St. Martin.
Yeah.
You know, Dutch islands. Yeah. Coming up, St. Lucia and Barbados as well. Before that, we were in New York, France, Guadeloupe. Then coming forward, again after Antigua, we go to St. Martin, we go to Miami, then we go to France, yeah, we go to London for Carnival. We just came from London as well again to a lot of things. Belgium, there's a Japan happening in the works. I don't want to say too much, I hope it come through. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So a lot of things happening.
All right.
Yeah.
It's sounding like a lot. You leaving after Rise with the keyboardist to go thing and then come back Sunday and then
yeah.
There's a lot of movements, you know.
A lot of miles back.
But you know when the movements like that, things start to be going good. Let me just ask you something. Outside of the Caribbean, right? We're talking internationally now. Best crowd you ever performed for?
Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Wow, that was quick.
Belgium.
Belgium.
The best. A place we never thought we would reach in life, and to get there on that big stage. And it's a big festival called the Antillean Music Festival.
Okay.
I think Patrice did it already. I think Nadia did it already as well.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a very big festival. It's a 2-day festival with about 6 different stages. So as soon as this stage done, the other stage lights up. Yeah. Okay. It's a big festival, Antillean Music Festival. You could look it up. And the vibe about that for me on the main stage is to see people actually move along to your music that they never even heard the music before.
But this is my thing.
Yeah.
Like how it does be for you know how it does be, because I used to back in the day now, boy. When you hear Shabba in Japan and then you see a little video and the crowd reacting to Shabba Rank's music and you're like, but wait, how the Japanese are we singing? You know, like wait,
international, man.
You know, but that's the power of music, man.
That's the power of music. And the response from the crowd is remarkable. I mean, you could just raise your hand and they raise their hands too.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe if you fall along the stage, they fall along
the stage, they fall along too. Wow.
It's just remarkable.
Belgium. I was looking for Belgium now, man.
Yeah.
But people look out for Benji. Benji is in everything, man. All right, so yeah, he likes seasoning, he and everything.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I have to use that line in a song. I like seasoning.
Yeah, everything.
Use that in a song.
Yeah.
Everything. So he Rise, he on a plane, he going to one of the Dutch islands, he come back on Sunday, he doing breakfast fete. He have Melting Pot tonight, he on the road for Juve, he on the road Carnival Monday. He headed back out to France and all kind of Japan and the Whispers too. Yeah. Who knows? Triple K is out there, man. And if you don't know about them, get to know them. Where do people find you? Social media wise.
Yeah, you can find us on Instagram, Triple K International on Instagram, and of course Triple K Band International on Facebook.
Brilliant, man.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, people, Triple K, look out for them. And Melting Pot going to be fire later. Oh, yeah. That's going to be fire.
Definitely.
So we're going to take final break. All right, we'll take the final break. And when we come back, delightful chat with Mr. Michael Freeland, the Deputy Chair of the Festival Commission. But remember the name, Triple K, Bouillon, Dominica. You don't know.
Just whistle while you work.
Boy. I would have whistled, but that's no problem. It's not good. I need breakfast here.
The most anticipated fete for Antigua Carnival, 268, Deep Breakfast Fete. Deep Breakfast Fest. I come from when wrong used to carry it. We say welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. Sunday, August 3rd, 2025 at the spacious Splash Antigua. Remember, there's only one 268 The Breakfast Fest from 4 a.m. featuring artists from all over the Caribbean like Black Dad. What's our blessing? Burning Flames. You got to be nasty, sticking out right, dirty. Farming Happy. Oh Lord, that thankful. Oh Lord, Claudette Peters. Plus, many more surprises. Get your tickets now at all leading outlets and online and ticketed events. Remember, there's only one 268 The Breakfast Fest. See you Sunday, August 3rd. You'll find me and my friend and them because we was.
Introducing Open Minds Primary School Lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisure high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleach flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisure flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisure Limited. Quality you can trust.
New York Carnival, aka Riatka, is celebrating 58 years. Join us August the 28th through September the 1st for New York Carnival Week in New York City.
I come from when wrong used to carry it.
With over 20 adult bands, over 30 junior bands, New York Carnival Week is something you cannot miss. The Mecca of Carnival, New York Carnival, kicking off August the 28th through September the 1st. We love New York Carnival. Remember to log on to the website, riatkacarnival.org. Follow us on Instagram at New York Carnival. Experience the Mecca of New York Carnival. The Caribbean melting pot.
Look something to talk about.
August the 28th through September the 1st. Carnival Week in New York City. Join us for Culture Fest concerts, Panorama, and much, much more. New York Carnival, Junior Parade of Bands, and the 58th Annual West Indian Carnival Day Parade on Eastern Parkway. Join us for Viva La Carnival, the celebration.
Right, we are here. This is Mr. Michael Freeland, all right, the Deputy Chair of the Festivals Commission. All right, this is Breaking Dawn. Michael, pleasure.
Always, man.
I know
Always.
you are one of the men responsible Festival Commission for having us here.
Definitely.
And you guys are basically the ones responsible for Carnival.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
A little scope, Michael, in terms of what that entails. Because Antigua, you guys are noted for the greatest summer festival.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
I've been hearing that repeatedly, the greatest summer festival, and you guys have the most, what do you call it, road parades.
Road parades, for sure.
So tell us a little something about putting on something, a scope of that magnitude.
Well, you know, we have many carnivals in the Caribbean,
Right.
and we like to do things a little bit differently because of tradition, and you have to mix tradition with some modernization.
Mhm.
And as you know, a lot of carnival go-getters, influencers, they go to carnival for what is now modern, which are the fetes and the pretty mass and, you know, that kind of energy and that kind of excitement.
Right.
But we didn't want to lose our carnival to just that. So we wanted to keep the tradition of our stage shows and our, you know, have a little difference. So as you alluded to, we have four road parades, our 4 street jams, and we kick it off with our opening parade where we have what's called the T-shirt mass.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Right? T-shirt mass. And T-shirt mass is probably the biggest road show we have for the carnival season.
Yes.
That is something like anywhere between 18 to 19,000 revelers on the road all at once. I mean, yeah, we're a small nation, so 18,000 don't sound much to you.
No,
but
no,
it's a
no,
lot to
18,000
us.
is plenty people. 18,000
Right?
is plenty people.
But it's a lot to us. You know?
Right.
And so we kick it off with that bang. And because this year we had our slogan is "It's a vibe."
It's a vibe. It's
we
a
wanted to
vibe.
make sure that it was a vibe. And last Saturday, it was really a vibe.
Yes.
And then we have what you call Juve. That's Carnival Monday. And then we have the Carnival Monday where we have Monday wear for most of the bands. And then we have Carnival Tuesday, Pretty Mass. So that gives you the 4.
That gives you
the 4. But like I said, we didn't want to just have that element and lose the essence of what Antigua's Carnival is. So we have pride ourselves that when you get here for Carnival, no matter what part of Carnival you enjoy, you're going to enjoy Antigua's Carnival. Yes. And so we have quite a few stage shows embedded, and we make a lot of noise about our stage shows because we make it just as exciting as the other fets.
Yes.
You know? So we have, well, this weekend coming up, we're going to have Melting Pot, which is the Caribbean Melting Pot, where we invite a lot of the entertainers from around the region, Big, Steady, Fabulous, and so forth. But this year's headliner will be Marshall Montano.
Huge.
We actually kick off the week, what we call the Vibe Week with Burning Flames 40th anniversary.
That is in itself,
Burning Flames
Michael,
anniversary.
is one of the, because I grew up on Burning Flames.
Burning Flames anniversary.
And when you talk, is 40 or 41 years? 40 years. 40 years. That's a lifetime.
Yeah, man.
You know, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
these guys still doing it.
Still doing it. And I know that session is going to be remarkable because the patrons have been crying out, where can we get tickets? Quite a few people already, looking to see, well, how am I going to dress? Am I going to give myself the old traditional jampan style? Or am I going to, go and just jump and wave like an ordinary fet? So, there's a tussle between a lot of the fans and so forth. But we kick it off with Burning Flames 40th anniversary jam in Carnival City. And then we have the Caribbean Melting Pot where we feature Marshall Montano. And then we go right into the heart of our stage shows. Calypso Monarch. We have the defending champion, Young Destroyer, and he has some incredible competition this year. So that's going to be a dynamic show.
Yes.
When I say dynamic, like pure energy, this finals is going to be like no other. I think this might be one of the best finals we ever see.
Wow.
One of the best. Then we have Panorama. And when I say Panorama, we're looking at 8 Panorama bands, 8 bands for the Panorama, and 80% of those participants are under the age of 19.
That is something too we noticed from since last year. You guys incorporate, we spoke to Ken from Hell's Gate, one of the longest living bands
in the world.
It is the
longest band now surviving in Antigua. They actually celebrate 80 years.
Jeez, 80 years.
They celebrated 80 years.
And which is encompassed because you guys now, you embrace the youths.
Yes.
One of the things we saw for T-shirt Mass was the amount of youths that was following Flames truck.
Yep.
It was like a young people band, and we like, wait, you would expect an older crowd to be but when you watch Flames, it's the youth.
Look, let me tell you, it's just natural, right?
Right.
So it's just like Dominicans grew up on bouillon, and Trinidadians have their own little flavor, and Bajans have their own little flavor. But we have what you call jamban. Jamban. And we have, when we say jamban, it's like Burning Flames were the mecca of jam bands. And we see now the youngsters coming up, whether it's New Gen or Caution or Alpha or I can't remember the name, but look, it's so many of them. So many of them that they now have taken that style, right? That jam band style, and just ran with it. And so it's most times it's it's not forced, but it's just natural. So you hear the rhythm. Yeah. And automatically you start to jump and you start to vibe and you start to feel
that
the
different energy.
You start to feel the energy. So Flames coming down with a powerful truck, and you can remember some of the Flames songs growing up as a youngster and whatnot. Yeah. It's not hard to believe that they will have a young crowd now.
Yes.
The persons who grew up on Flames, I mean, you go down the road 15 minutes, they're ready to rest.
Yeah, they're ready to rest.
They're ready to rest. Knees hurt,
Right?
back hurt. You know, but yeah, man. So when we see panorama, when I say under 19, I want you to understand that we're talking about anywhere from about age 9 to 19.
Yeah.
80% of those bands are filled with those youngsters, and they are just as excited. And Hell's Gate, as you say, they are the defending champions.
Again.
They're going for three-peat, but they have some tough competition.
Yeah.
Panache is not an easy threat.
Yep.
Pandemonium is not an easy threat. Halcyon, Geminites, Harmonites, Originals, Westside, they're all coming for Hell's Gate. So that is going to be an exciting night.
Yeah,
and then we finished off with Party Monarch on the Sunday.
Party Monarch on Sunday.
Finish it off with Party Monarch on the Sunday. And Young Vice, the reigning champion, he's competing in the jumpy segment. So last year we only had one segment. And just to make it all in one, because we wanted a really impactful show. But such good music came out this year that we went back to the old format.
Oh, you went back to the old format.
So
you have
groovy,
the groovy
and the
then
jumpy.
Jump up.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have groovy and the jumpy. So we have 10 in the groovy that are competing for the whoever will be groovy champion. And we have Young Vice plus 9 competing in the jumpy. He's going to try to defend his.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So it's
well packed.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
And as I said, so you come and we try to give you a little bit of everything. You want a stage show, you can take a piece. We're not saying you have to go for the whole show,
right?
But you can take a piece, or you can pick which one you want.
Which one you
don't want to go? No problem. We have a cruise on the Thursday, drink till you're weak.
That is big.
That's like a raft up anywhere.
Anywhere.
The Friday leading into the Saturday, we have Rise.
Yep.
That is like, a pre-dawn
Juve
in itself.
Yes.
In itself. Then we have Carnival Dreams,
Mm-hmm.
the Saturday.
Yep.
That is a sexy, chic fest.
Yeah, that's the kind of bougie.
Yeah, where you put on your dan and you say, and you go and enjoy yourself. And then we have the Breakfast Fete. I tell Baba, we have to rename the fete now, because when we started out with the Breakfast Fete, this was almost, I think I was maybe 5 or 6 when I know about Breakfast Fete. At least 40 years old.
Yep.
Easily 40 years old. And it was a breakfast fete. So you leave Lions and you go at that time to a backyard. And you leave Lions Lake maybe about 6:50 in the morning. And then by 1, 2 o'clock you're winding down.
And that is it.
Getting ready for
Not anymore.
Boy, Baba starting this fete at 4 o'clock in the morning and people not leaving until 7 o'clock at night. It's a whole day fete.
I call it a festival. It's a breakfast festival because it is unbelievable, and the amount of acts. I mean, breakfast fete is something synonymous.
Just pumping.
Yeah, just pump. You had to be, and unlimited food and drinks.
Yes.
So it's one of those inclusive events when you go to, you don't have to worry about nothing.
Not one thing.
You just take all your load off and you just have a good time. And one of the things, Michael, I wanted to just touch on it before we go. You guys are able, I see you have sandals. Yes. We here at the Siboney Beach Club, which is a beautiful resort.
Yes.
A composition of 3. You have Antigua Village, the Siboney, and then you have Buccaneer, right? But you guys are affiliated, apart from the 365 beaches, the amount of hotels, and we are hearing now that Hilton is also...
Things happening in a country, people are excited and they start to spread the word. So the traffic is good, that you can be afforded to keep things down. And that's what makes it a little bit special. But you call Siboney, you call Buccaneer, you call Antigua Village, and so forth. But we have Royalton Chic too.
Yeah, you have Royalton Chic.
And Royalton Chic is one of the newer facilities, because that was just recently renovated, rebranded, and a part of the Royalton group. And so, this is what it's all about. Tourism is our business, and we have to find ways and means to attract investors, to build hotels. And I'll tell you, we don't even have enough beds. We don't even have enough beds.
Wow.
This carnival alone, we always hear it in the past. Come again, just mature and grow up. Antigua need more beds. Antigua need more beds. But even with all of the development that we're seeing,
you still don't have enough.
We don't have enough, including all the locals who have now invested in Airbnbs and so forth. We still don't have enough, because we've had to put on extra flights for the carnival. We have 3 flights coming out to Miami, American Airlines. every single day.
And I remember when we started here, I think it was one flight.
One flight.
So with the additional, I mean, you guys have gone above and beyond in terms of with like media partners, which Synergy, of course, is one of them. And, you know, it has definitely paid off.
Yes.
Where the word is out there. So now you guys are getting the influx of people, and not just for Carnival, throughout the year. Because you guys have so many different things. We spoke to tourism. You guys have cricket right after this.
Yes, we have CPL right after this. And again, that's another vibe because we taking elements of Carnival and fitting into cricket.
Listen, folks, listen. If we stand up here and we talk, we would not stop, right? I mean, just come down the road. Just come down the road. It's a vibe, all right? Michael, thank you again so much.
Thank you.
I mean, folks, we live here, breaking down. Back to Stefan. Michael.
That there was Mr. Michael Freeland, the Deputy Chair of the Festivals Commission, giving us some information there on everything to expect at Antigua and Barbuda. Of course, Carnival 2025. We heard from Mr. O'Brien Haynes this morning. We heard from Benji from Triple K. Tomorrow is Emancipation Day. Usually, I would be headed into a long weekend. Oh, it's going to be a long weekend of work. It's going to be a long weekend of work because we are on tomorrow morning, we are on Saturday morning, and we are on Sunday morning. Yeah. All right. And here, Obi. Or you didn't hear it? Or you didn't hear it first, you didn't pick up on it? During the interview with Obi said, well, I understand we on for the next 3 days over the weekend. He understand that. Who make him understand himself? Because he come up with that idea. I just let you know. He said, well, I understand we'll be on over the weekend. I like, well, you know, you call that shot as GM, so I don't understand. We understand we're going to be on the weekend. You understand what I said? Boy. Anyway, we got some birthdays here. Happy birthday going out to a little princess, Nicola Jewel Pereira. And this is coming from her dad, Nicholas, mom, Julie, and the entire family. May God continue to bless her young life and with good health and happiness. And keep up the great work on the show, Stefan. Thanks a lot, guys. I didn't get a picture, though. We do have a picture of her. Oh, we have a picture of her? Okay. Nice one. Lovely. Then we also have to say, all right, one of these is for the first, but one is for tomorrow. Both of them is for tomorrow. August 1st. And August 1st. We'll get back to that tomorrow. A little panic, we on in the morning. Yeah, let me do it today because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's true. So we got to say happy birthday going out to Peter Ragunanan. Hey, wait, not like Aggies? Yeah, boy, look at Aggies, boy. That's my cousin. All right, who will be celebrating his birthday on the 1st of August? Hope you have a fantastic day and may the good Lord continue to pour out his richest blessings upon you from your brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, Red Moon Warriors, and friends and family. Enjoy your birthday. Also, happy birthday going out to Christopher Kalicharan, who will be celebrating his birthday tomorrow as well, August 1st. Hope you have a great one and may the good Lord shower you with his blessings from your mom, dad, sister, grandma, granddad, auntie, cousins, and friends and family. All right, so happy birthday to you guys celebrating your birthday tomorrow. We're going again. Wishing Errol Phillips a happy 73rd birthday. He's a very frequent viewer. He watches the program every single day, even the reruns, right after he watched it live. He is truly a big fan of the program. Errol, big up yourself, man. Then we got to say happy birthday going out to Miss Amrika Maharaj, otherwise known as Babe. On this special day, we wish you God's abundant blessings of health, wealth, strength, prosperity, and a long, happy life. May your journey ahead be filled with love, joy, and success in all that you do. With endless love and warmest wishes, your loving parents, Robin and Asha, not forgetting Uncle Dave and Nanny Polly Passad. And they're all from Boca Raton, Florida, USA. Yeah, man. Robin, what going on? Robin said when we come to New York, he taking me to get some. He taking me to dinner. You want to take me to lunch or dinner? Must be in some fancy restaurant. Once he paying the bill. Good morning, Stefan. Finally, because we know the life in paying it, right? He always raising it. But good morning, Stefan and the crew would like to send happy birthday to the greatest dad in the world. Your love, strength, and wisdom inspire everyone around you. Have a great day coming from your wife, Annalise, son, Adrian, daughter in heaven, Dana, mother, Vashti, your 3 siblings, and the rest of the family circle. Did we get his name? The greatest dad in the world. Dinesh. Happy birthday, Dinesh. All right. So with that, we wrap up for today, people. Until tomorrow, do have a good one. Villafana, you're looking good with the sandwich, man. Try the croissant with the button and the butter and the... Huh? You have a croissant? Did you take butter, salted butter, and try the butter and the jam? Don't leave without the jam. Right. All right. Be safe. Zebin eat nothing yet. Until tomorrow, people. Zebin eat out the whole thing, you know. We gone.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.